Hi, so we are come to the end of this today's trading session. So this is what actually happened today. So we had an sell call in SBI, made its almost all its targets. So how do you calculate the profit is, you check the entry price. The entry price is this. So your entry price minus the CMP, but many scripts made much beyond their CMPs also. So I'm just giving you an example of how to calculate it. Calculate the profits. 0.3. So that's around 4.6 into 12 is the lot size for SBI. So that's around 7,500 rupees in SBI. ICICI we had a buy call. It made its intermediate target 1.6. HDFC we have the sell call. Axis we had a sell call, hit a stop loss, and then it gave a buy call. Yes Bank we had a sell call in the morning. It's near its intermediate targets. TCS gave a sell call. It did its intermediate targets. Still we had a sell call. It also did its intermediate targets at 69.10. Wipro we have a buy call. So that's also done its intermediate target. Tata Motors in the morning we had a sell call. Sorry, we had a buy call. It did all its final targets. It did final target of 543.40. Maruti we had a buy call. It did its intermediate target. HCL Tech was one very good call. So you can just see that 799, 977 is the entry, and it closed at 1008. That was a real good call, but it activated in the morning, and then the trade actually happened in the afternoon session. Hero Motors, we had a sell call. It did its intermediate target. L&T took some time, but you can see that around 34 rupees, 34 into 250. That was one very good trade. So around 8,500 rupees in L&T. Market gave a buy call. It hit a stop loss, then gave a sell call, and did all its final targets. So Century Textiles, we had a buy call. It didn't move anywhere. Ranbaxy, we had a sell, hit a stop loss. Cipla, we had a buy call. PNB, you can just see that 160.150 is there. That was also a very good call. It took a long time, but finally it made all its targets. So that is 154.9. So that's 6.6 into 1250 size. So that's roughly around 8,250. Sun Pharma again, it hit a stop loss on the sell side. Tech Mahindra, we had a sell call. It did intermediate targets. Idea, we had a buy call. It did its intermediate target. Bharti Airtel did its final targets. Jindal Steel, it gave an entry for a sell call, and we had to wait for a long time there. But finally, it made its intermediate targets. ONGC did its final targets. In India, it was a gap up, so we just ignored that. Tata Steel, we had a sell call, but it took a long time for it to make its final targets. And Hindalco, I think we had a buy call in the morning and it was not moving anywhere. So these are some of the calls that we had on futures trade. So you can just add up the profit minus the stop losses. You'll get the total profits, and it can't be in any negative. This one. It can't be negative. So that is what. So I am just showing you the TradingTree trades. That is Jindal Steel. You can see we had this sell call 1.80. Had Jubilant Food. We have a buy call. We can just wait for this tomorrow. And you should keep one thing in mind that today is one day before the expiry, so obviously the trades will be sort of erratic. It won't be smooth trades. So L&T, we had this sell call, a smooth one. You can multiply the Y value with your lot size, you will get the profits. So that is L&T. So we had this first, we always usually get the call entry prices first in the futures trade, then only it follows in the TradingTree. So you can see that there is 34 rupees profit on futures tree. That is, we got the trader because it's purely an intraday trading system. So 34 into 250, 8,000 rupees odd. But here it will give confirmed signal, that is 20 rupees. So roughly around 5,000 rupees profit. So what you can do is, there is a strategy, this is another strategy. Once you get a call here in futures tree, enter one lot. And once you get a confirmation here in TradingTree, enter another lot. You can even do that. So we had this buy call. So that will be your target R1. 20 into 125 you can just target. So Nifty we don't usually trade, so it was a sell call. So Petronet, it made its S1. The same thing with ONGC, we had that sell call, final targets done. So PFC, this did not get activated because we placed this order at 280-270, that is above the R1 line. PNB was another very good call. It took a long time. You can just see that around 10 candles around 60 minutes, 60-70 minutes. It was not moving anywhere and finally it fell. So that is PNB. So power grid. So PTC. So Ranbaxy and Sun Pharma was not that good. I mean, we didn't have that kind of calls. It was gap up open, but we had a sell call and then somehow it did not move anywhere. Tech Mahindra, it has to it will take some few more days. Union Bank, you can see that we had a sell call that was in futures tree, and then we had a buy call also. It did its intermediate targets. I'll show this on the other system. So that is Union Bank. So TCS, we had this sell call. So on days like this, a day before expiry and on the day of expiry, it's better to book small profits and then try to be happy with that. So let's start up our So Tata Motors, we had a buy call. Tata Com, it's a sell call. So then Sun Pharma, gap up open and then it fell down. So Yes Bank, we had a sell call, intermediate targets. That's Wipro, we had a buy call. You can just see that that's a strong trade. And then should be getting trades like this, very smooth ones. So that's Voltas. So EP is flat. Syndicate Bank, we had a sell call. It did its intermediate targets. SSLT, this sell, and then again subsequently we had this buy also. So this buy and sell, buy calls are something which we can track tomorrow. SBI, we had the sell call. We have already seen that made almost its final targets. R Power, we have a sell exactly at 330. So there is something happening in R Power. So let's check it. Let's check it out tomorrow. Intro was a flat trade. Reliance, we had a sell call. So Dell Capital was again flat. REC Limited, and finally RCom. RCom was completely on short call. So these were some of the calls that we had on trade. So let me just even show you some commodity calls also. So we had this, it was an gap down open, a small gap down open in aluminium, and then we had this buy call which did not get triggered. Now we have this sell call which is continuing. So roughly your profits is at S2 level is 0.4. That's around 2,000 rupees in aluminium. Copper, we have this buy call. You can place the call above this PP line, 387.30. Crude oil, you have this buy. It has made its first target. So your next target will be this one, 3015, and your next level will be this one, 3046, and it will be 3062. So if you want to just check the profit, you can just click it here, check it till PP, that's around 1100 rupees on crude. So gold, we had this buy call, it's still continuing. Let's see, first target should be this, 26391 or 26390. That will be the first target for gold. And he is here, 26318. So we had the sell call, it did its S1. Now we have this buy. Natural gas, we had this sell call in the morning. Now we have this buy call. So that's around 1250. So silver and gold of giving you the same trend, it's a buy call. So your first target is already done. Yes, second target will be your R, 38165. Zinc, we have this buy call. It's already done its PP. So next will be 129.90. That will be your next target. And coming to nickel, we had the sell call. It's still continuing. Let us see that. So let's say around 10 points also, that's roughly 2000 rupees profit on nickel. So these are some of the calls that we had today. And I'll be just even posting the other calls from the other system also. Just have a look at it. In case if you have any doubts, you just get back to me. We will have another webinar again tomorrow, Thursday, and let's see how the expiry ends. Thanks for coming.